Do your best impression of me. I'm trying to think of how to do you.
You're like, okay, so first we're gonna go to Pilates, and then we're gonna go get a smoothie, and then I'm gonna refill my water bottle, and then I'm gonna go to rehearsal, and then I'm gonna go pick your brother up from school, and then I'm gonna come back, and then we're gonna have lunch, and then we're gonna have dinner. And do you know what you want for dinner? And then we're gonna watch a movie, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. Yeah, that's you.
My favorite part was to fill the water bottle. That was it.
Yeah. What experience do you think best illustrates our connection and why?
What experience best illustrates our connection and why?
I know mine.
What? You know the answer to this?
Yes.
Like already?
I know it.
I guess it's an experience. But what comes to me, like what comes to my head is like reading together.
That's a really good one.
You know, like we read together and the way that I feel like I was there when you were discovering like how to write. You know, like you almost, I was witnessing you learning how to find your own voice, and what you were writing was crazy. Like I remember feeling like, what is happening? Like this kid can write. Like he's writing stuff. But what did you remember? Like you remembered right away.
I know exactly what I would say.
What is it?
I would say when we were in Starbucks and like you're having the Zoomies in Starbucks and you have like a hat on, mask on, nobody knows who you are. You're trying to karate kick me in Starbucks. And like you're like and you're just like you. And I feel like our relationship is like very me being me and you being you. And like
1000%.
us exuding like, you know, fun out of each other and like just like excitement and just like freedom.
I'm always trying to karate chop you or kick you or something.
Yeah.
And then you're always trying to like, I don't know. It's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, I love that.
So I think that's what I thought of.
How do you know when I'm truly taking care of my soul?
I know you're taking care of your soul when every one of us is together. Like when we're all together, like your soul is illuminated. You love. So when you're surrounded by it, I know that your soul is taking care of itself.
So good. Hang out and talk, or just eating around the table, or just like watching a movie, or just playing games. Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
It makes me happy. I want us to be together. You're right.
Yeah. I think your soul starts to work on itself and repair and grow when we're all together.
Facts.
I think that's like a natural, innate thing that's like within you that, you know, you've learned how to harness and really appreciate. So that's what I think.
You're right. That was good. You're right.
I feel like this is important.
Okay.
What do you feel may be the hardest thing for me being your son? And what advice do you have for me in regards to that?
What do I feel might be the hardest thing for you being my son? And what advice do I have? I think that what could be challenging is, you know, finding your way that's not attached to what either myself or your dad has created, and for it to not be something that somehow kind of follows you, or you feel, or other people feel, that is somehow something you have to measure yourself to in any way. You know, when you are the son of people that have done certain things, you know, it's always kind of a part of the conversation. And I think sometimes that could be annoying, because you're like, this is my life. Like, this is my thing. I don't know. We've honestly actually never even talked about this, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's like, so I don't even know how that touches you or doesn't touch you, actually. But I think that could be difficult. And my advice for that would just be like, there's nobody like you. There's literally nobody like you. No one's gonna think how you think. No one's gonna write how you write. Nobody's gonna dream how you dream. No one's gonna execute how you execute. And you just keep on being like this unique person that you are. I just don't see any limits for you in any way. And I really don't, not even as it relates to anything that might come up in regards to being the son of me and your dad. You know what I mean? I really don't. I don't personally see that.
I don't feel that way.
I feel that.
Yeah, personally.
So, I agree.
If anything, I've always looked at it as a positive source of fuel and inspiration.
I love that.
It doesn't bother me like that. You know, what bothers me is if I were to take that for granted. And I wasn't grateful for, my blessings.
Listen, you have gratitude, you have everything that you need. Like everything that you need, and everything I know comes from that. So I love to hear you say that, because that's literally the magic. That's the magic rule that people don't know. They don't know that if they just are grateful and give thanks for even that small step, that one step that they took that's brought them from there to there. You give thanks for that, then the steps get bigger. And they get, because the universe knows you're ready for like
that's
things
what I've
more
been figuring
profound.
out. I was able to love harder and live better, live happier,
right,
and exude that, so it's exciting.
I love that so much. I never asked you that question. Because I never felt like I actually had to ask you that question. But then when that card came up, I said, well, damn, I never asked him the question. Like, what if it actually does? You know? So I'm so happy to hear that. Like, I'm really happy to hear that. That was fire. What is the pain in me you wish you could heal? Oh, that's serious. This is over dinner? This is serious.
The pain that is in you, I find that what you've done with it for yourself and like everyone around you and anyone that comes into contact with your energy, it's almost like you've transmutated that pain into purpose. And I don't feel like I would need to heal it. I find on your journey, you're much on the way to healing it yourself. I don't feel like I wouldn't heal that. I would trust your process of healing it yourself.
I love that.
That's what I would do.
The pain and the purpose. Ooh, that was a bar.
Bars.
That was a bar. Ugh. I had to let that one land on me for a sec. That's the thing.
That's how I feel.
Thank you. I love that. Trusting your processes. Yeah.
What do you feel is the key to opening the soul of one's heart?
Wow.
I knew you would like this one. I knew you'd love this one.
That's my type of question.
That's you.
That's my type
It's
of
you
question.
all day.
The key to opening the soul to one's heart. You have to listen to yourself. You have to start to be unafraid to get to know yourself. You have to like quiet the noise of everybody else is so noisy. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody's trying to tell you what to do and how to do it and what's good for you and what's not good for you. And so much fear in the world, and there's so much fear everywhere we look, and there's so much stereotyping, and we're stuck in a matrix, and we don't even know what's real or what's fake, and we judge ourselves for stuff that's doesn't even matter, and we don't have any connection to the spirit. We don't have any connection to something bigger. And so the only way to open the key to your soul is to like be brave enough to start to know, who am I? Who am I? What do I actually think when that question is asked? Or what do I actually want to do in this situation? You know, is it meant for me? Is it good for me? Is it right for me? Is it scaring me? Should I proceed? Do I feel, do I want to? Because I want to, not because someone said it, but if you do it, you're going to get this. Or if you don't do it, you're going to get this. You know, it's like, and so I think that opening your soul comes from learning who you are, and you have to you have to tune into you. And it takes a minute to like figure out who that is. But when you start doing that, your whole thing opens. And then you just like standing in your power. I love that.
I recognize that, yeah.
Yes.
That was great.
What do I do that makes you feel truly seen?
I don't even think you have to do anything. I don't even think you have to do anything to make me feel seen. I think I've just always know that you're with me. It's not like I pay attention to be seen, or like you do things to make it feel like I'm seen. That's just like who you are and what your soul is about. It's about seeing such a vast array of colors within a person, especially someone that you love, and helping them see that in themselves as well, and in the people that they love. So you don't do anything that makes me feel seen. I am seen by you.
I feel that, and I'm sitting here as you're talking, I'm seeing us in the car, and the sun is setting, and we're outside the monster restaurant that looks scary.
Yeah.
And we just were by ourselves. And for that moment, you were like able to unload on me some things that you were just like, I feel, this is happening, I'm feeling this. And I just felt so grateful that we could just sit there in that moment in silence, and I could just listen and hear you. And maybe I could offer like a thought or a thing, but mostly I don't even want to. And that to me reflects our relationship. Reading the book, karate chopping, sun setting, monster restaurant, weird moments that suddenly become like so personal, and just like, that's the moments where I feel like I see you and you see me, and we're just like there.
There was one thing, it would be listening. For sure.
You.
That's what I first thought of, but again, that's like imbued in you already. So it's not like you do it to make me feel seen. It's just something that you do. And I really love that part of our relationship. Really, really, really.
We're pretty fresh.
Super fresh.
I mean, like,
super fresh, just aura.
Thank God for bringing you into my life.
Thank God for bringing you into my life. I love you.
I love you, man.
You're the GOAT. You're the GOAT standing upright. Yes. Yes. I love this.
This is good. We definitely each had one more, but it's all good.
All right,
It's all good. Okay,
what was yours?
Mine was, if you could grant me one wish, what would it be and why?
Damn, that's a good one.
I know. I was like, I know.
That's pretty good.
I know.
All right, if I could grant you one wish, it would probably be to give you a day to spend with your grandma again.
I love that. I would love that. I would really want that. That would be, I would have so much to say. I would want to catch her up on everything. She'd already know, but I would love that. I want that. That's a good one. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I would give anything to give that to you.
That would be amazing. That's a good one.
Okay. Why do you think life brought us together?
Because we're meant to be. Because I see you in a way nobody else does. And you see me in a way that nobody else does.
Yes.
And we are able to actually like find ourselves inside of that and be ourselves inside of that the way we cannot be with anybody else.
Yeah, for sure.
And so it's like a safe place. It's a safe place. And that's why we were brought together. Well, damn, that's the end.
That is the end now. Now that's the end.
Well,
that was good.
That's the end.
Let's go.
Woohoo! Hey, that was Nasir. Oh, thanks for doing it with me. It was so good.